Drinking these sodas after not drinking soda in so long is really killing me. I'm burping like fucking crazy over here.
As long as it only comes out that end.
What's up, people?
How you doing?
How the hell are you?
What's happening?
You know what? We have a jam-packed show today. When I say jam-packed, I don't mean just like, you know, you got us two fucking jerk-offs that's going to talk a lot.
You mean strawberry preserves.
Jam. I get that now. I actually mean like we have 3 guests.
Not one.
Not 2.
But 3.
Well, 3. Exactly.
As Blind Melon once sang.
303.
Magic number.
Yes, it is.
Man, we can do some fucking duets right here. What is wrong with that?
That was actually a really good album, though.
That was great. I have it on CD.
So, well, yeah, so do I.
Yeah. Schoolhouse Rock.
Yep, Schoolhouse Rock done by a bunch of bands.
Yep. I think Soul Asylum was on there.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
There's a lot of fun stuff on there.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a bill.
But that was my favorite, though.
Which one?
The Blind Melon was my favorite, though.
There's no doubt.
No, they weren't on there.
No doubt was not on there.
No, you're right. Anyway, on the show today, we're going to check in with the progress of the Lies, Deceit, and Treachery album and see how that's going really quick. A little quick snippet, if you will, with the very, very tall and luxurious.
Wow.
Luxurious. It's not a word. I'm going to make it luxurious. That's my word now. I own it.
Can you spell that?
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm not good with spelling. Luxurious locks of Mick Sweda.
Yeah.
Of Lies, Deceit, and Treachery. And then from there, we're going to see how the road is going for Anthony Quarter from Tora.
The Professor.
The Professor Anthony, yes.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk to the singer from LA Guns.
Kurt.
Phil.
No.
Not Phil?
Not Phil.
Not Phil.
Not Phil.
Kurt.
Kurt
from LA Guns.
Yes.
All right, cool. Kurt. Okay. I just want to make sure because there's so many different bands now.
How many times do you want to say it?
I could say Paul Black. He was in there too. He was a singer of
Well, you could name probably 40,
16 singers. I know.
I think LA Guns has had over 50 members in it.
Yes, they have.
Right?
But I don't know how many singers are. That's the thing.
Oh,
but anyway, so Kurt from the other LA Guns, Steve Riley's LA Guns, will also be on the show. We'll talk to him about.
Move over, Phil. Now there's something leaner.
Wow, you're going way back. Sizzling. Son of a bitch. Anyway, did you see 2 elderly people are now back out on the road again? Ozzy and Mick Jagger is rescheduling their shows because they were both recently hurt and in the hospital and such.
I thought you were going to talk about the story about the 2 old people that escaped their retirement community to go to a rock concert.
Oh God, that you know how old that is though?
Yeah, but it just came up again.
Yeah, it always comes up every few
for some reason.
Yeah, that's an old thing. I don't even know if that's true, to be honest with you.
I don't either, but hey, you never know.
But I could see me doing that though.
What, escaping your community or your
to go see something? I ain't staying here. You gotta understand, Alice Cooper's in town. I'll
going. Never go to one.
Yeah,
no, I'm not going.
That's up to your daughter.
She ain't gonna put me in that.
That's up to your daughter.
I'd rather die in a mountain biking accident.
She could probably make that happen too. But anyway, so they're both they both rescheduled their stuff and they're back out on the road again. Hooray for them and the people who had tickets for that. What else is going on? Anything cool in the news? You didn't even look in the news, did you? There's really not.
No,
though.
I did.
There's really not much. I hate to say that, but there's really not. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in the news that nobody really cares about, but the stuff that's there that we would care about is just.
There was one cool little thing that I saw today that piqued my interest.
Piqued your interest? What piqued your interest today?
Dave Rude.
Yes. Oh, that's
Tesla
right.
Has his own Flying V Epiphone signature model.
I did see that, and I immediately thought of Greg.
It's very cool looking.
You saw it? I didn't take a peek at it. But
I mean, it's the same thing that he's been playing for a few years now. It's identical to the one that he's been playing, which is very cool looking guitar. I like it. So yeah, that was pretty interesting.
That's good for him. Well, he's had signature stuff before though, right?
I don't know.
No,
I think this is the first thing. But what do I know? I'm a drummer.
How dumb is this? That's a huge thing, though, right?
What? Having a signature model?
Yeah. I mean, that's a dumb question, right?
It just depends on who it's with. I mean, if it's with Gibson,
Like
then,
like Jimmy's Guitar Company gives you a signature models. It's like,
then it's
thanks,
like,
Jim.
yeah.
Okay. So, see, I don't know much about
It
that
just
kind of
depends.
stuff.
It depends on the quality of the guitar and
Mhm.
and the quality of the electronics in it and everything.
And all the other kind of BS that goes
So,
with that.
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, the only other thing that I saw, there was like 3 things maybe that's worth mentioning. One's is Guns N' Roses is suing a brewery. Did you see that?
Yeah.
For Guns N' Rosé beer.
Yeah. To me, that's petty shit.
It is. That's petty shit, but that's Axl. So.
Yeah.
But it's going to get thrown out anyway, and it's not going to matter in the long run. Michael Sweet from Stryper, said that he thinks that backing vocals, recorded stuff, as you're singing live, he thinks that that's okay. I don't. I don't think that that's okay. I mean, he says that it can be done, and it's okay if it's done right. There's somebody else that agreed with him too, but I don't know. I'm kind of against that myself. Just because if you're going to pay for a concert, you want the experience.
Yeah, but you don't want it to sound like crap either.
Right, but then hire backup people.
Yeah, but that costs money.
That's what Motley did. Granted, Motley has money. I get it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's so much easier to just have that little pad back there that the drummer goes dunk, and then it's Everybody uses that shit. I mean, not necessarily that angelic noise that I just made, but
does it go dunk when you hit it?
It depends how hard you hit it.
This is a good point.
Right. Because it's always better when you hit it hard.
Yeah. Phrasing.
Innuendos.
David Lee Roth apparently has an unreleased song that John 5 played on.
John 5's a badass.
Did you see this though?
No, I haven't.
I mean, it's a very, very short little thing that John actually has on his cell phone that he played for an interviewer, and it's a video. It's through
it might be on his Instagram.
I don't know who he was actually being interviewed by, but it's not horrible. Like it's weird to hear Dave's singing again under a different guitar player, but it's it is what it is.
How'd it go?
But it's from 2014, and John 5 still has this on his phone, which I think is funny. Clear your phone out a little bit.
Why?
I don't know.
Like you don't have stuff from like 1934 on your phone?
No, they didn't make cell phones in 34. Kingdom Come, I know that's a favorite band of yours. You'll never hear music from them
again
in the next 2 years. They are I can say it. Hold on a minute. Contractually, unable to release new music for 2 years. They signed a contract with Lenny Wolf saying that they wouldn't make anything new for 2 years. Then the new singer and everybody else can do it. So they can go on the road and sing and do all that stuff, but they just can't record and release.
So
how stupid is this?
But all they have to do is just change up their name just a tiny bit.
But Kingdom Come has the...
What if they were Kingdom Came?
But Kingdom Come is a name that everybody knows and loves, Ken.
Not everybody.
I know, you can't stand them.
Man. That song plays on a certain internet radio station, and I'm very tempted to go in and delete it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Really?
Yes.
That hurts.
I'm just saying. They do nothing.
Wait a minute. How can you delete something on an internet radio station?
Because it's a secret. Because I know how to get into certain...
You're a hacker?
Maybe.
I gotcha.
Maybe.
All right. Did you see that they're talking about tearing down the Viper Room?
No, they're not tearing it down.
Well, somebody bought it, and the people that bought it bought like a bunch of room on the Sunset Strip, and they were talking about tearing a bunch of it down and developing it into a luxury apartments or a hotel or something like that.
Right, but they're going to keep it as part of the building.
So they're going to keep the Viper Room there, and just build around it.
Yeah, that's what I swear that I read. I'm glad I got to go there before it got all effed up, though.
Yeah, I mean, granted, this story is almost a week old at this point, so chances are you've heard it already.
I'll tell you what a dinky stage in there, man.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. It's really small.
Well, I was out there when this place first opened, and I literally passed right by. I didn't even know it was there. This was.
You just looked for where the guy died.
This was actually before that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's way old.
That
was back when Depp still owned it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But then I passed that, and then I went to the body shop.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Had to get my buddy a T-shirt from there, but I had the fan with me, so exactly, we couldn't exactly go in and hang out anyway. All right, well, let's check in with. Let me see if I can spit these words out.
Yeah,
let's check in with Mick for a little bit here and see how what's going on with the new record.
How's the record going? I saw a couple weeks ago you guys were in the studio recording.
Yeah, well, I've been sending stuff to Andrew. He's been out with Last in Line. The schedule issue still exists, but we're getting closer with some more material. Like I just sent him another song that he really digs. So yeah, we're getting closer. I mean, it's going to take some time, and everybody's got to go out and do their thing and make their living, and I totally get it.
Yeah, I saw Jimmy.
I'm like the only guy that doesn't play in like 6 other bands.
I saw Jimmy at M3 a couple weeks ago, and
right on. You went out there, huh?
Yeah, I went out there for that. That's always a good time. That Merriweather Post Pavilion place is such a cool venue.
I don't know how we are not on that bill at some point, but we'll see.
I will say this much: Lies, Deceit, and Treachery, awesome band live, awesome. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that don't know what LDT is. They have no idea who that band is or anything like that. They should, but they don't.
I think most anybody who's been on one of the MORC cruises knows who they are.
Right, but I mean, okay, you went to M3.
Yes.
Let's just say the person directly in front of you. Do you think they knew who they were?
No.
Behind you?
Maybe.
Oh, because it was... Okay, that's right.
Yeah, because in front of us was like the super rock star VIP where those people paid like $800 and $900 to go that. And
I mean...
You look at some of those people and you're like, really? Can you even name like 10 bands that aren't here?
We're just here for Whitesnake because, we used to get high back then in the 70s.
I had them on one of my jean jackets.
That's pretty much it, too. But, I mean, as much as I love Mick and all those guys, I just don't think that there's enough people that know that the name of that band for them to be on something that big.
Yeah. But in their defense, I mean, it would probably be a little bit different if their record was already out.
Yes, and that's why we asked them about that really quick.
Yeah.
And there's some other interesting conversations with him as well. But
Mick's great, man.
Yeah.
He really is.
Mick is like one of my new favorite people in the world.
Yeah. We're going to go and hang out with him in California.
Whether he likes it or not, now that I have his address.
Yeah, he already said he didn't care.
Mick! Mick, you home?
Got your coffee mug.
Mick! I'm going to go look around the side. Mick, are you in there?
So you're going to do at his personal house like you did at his hotel room.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Let's drink some beers. Come on, dude. Mick's an awesome dude.
Yep.
Anyway, what else is going on in the news? Anything? Do you have anything that you'd like to add here? Or would you like me just to babble on a little bit more?
We got a lot of stuff to cover.
We do, but it's mainly interview such.
Right.
So, because we're going to talk to Anthony here and see what's going on with the, how it is out there on the road.
Well, let's do that.
You want to do that first?
Yeah, and then we'll play some music, a song that I'm kind of holding on, and then we'll talk to Kurt.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Anthony and see what's going on.
We shot over and did Rock Atlanta with Brad Lee Entertainment, and Tribal One Entertainment was kind of partnered up with him, and we played at Center Stage. It was 2 days of great rock and roll.
Yeah.
Just amazing. We got to see our buddies Roxy Blue from Memphis. We got to see Taiketo, which, man, we used to be managed by the same company when we were starting out. We had a company, Loud and Proud, that was based out of Brooklyn, New York. It was us, Taiketo, Mitch Malloy, Overkill, and White Line.
Overkill.
Managed by
where does Overkill fit in?
Yeah, it was crazy. We met Brad a couple of years back, and he brought us up to we did a thing, Sleazy Slimy Sunday. That was in December, actually. It was the end of the year 2017, and he brought us up there, and it was the first time we'd been back in like 20 years to the Baltimore area. And when we first launched the band and had their first record out, we did some tour dates with Kicks, and they had Don't Close Your Eyes was out. They were just blowing up like crazy, and they were so nice to us, man. We played some opening slots with them, and they introduced us to their crowd. They had been, up and running for quite a while, had a few records out, and had a huge following. And so for us to get affiliated with them at the very beginning of our career and get to play shows with them, they gave us a lot of credibility and, a great audience to meet and be in front of that just love rock and roll, man. And we got to know them, and just being on the East Coast was amazing. And so getting to do work with Brad all these years later and to go back and see all the people there, we remember them, and we were all laughing and talking about how long it'd been since we'd seen each other and all that kind of stuff. It's been amazing. And so we did that, and then M3, we just did M3, and y'all, I'm not kidding, man. That was like a bucket list gig for us. We've been wanting to go do it. It's been going on for 10 or 11 years. We were trying to go last year for the 10th anniversary. We couldn't get the logistics and everything sorted out, but we told them, we said, man, we really, really want to come and do this. So we were talking to them since last year. We were like, see if we could work our way onto the schedule. And they were nice enough to invite us, and man, we were super pumped. What an incredible venue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that place
Meriwether
is
Post
great.
Pavilion it's famous, man, dude.
Absolutely.
One of my record reps from A&M, from 30 years ago, we're friends on Facebook. He wrote me, he saw us announce it, and he said, man, do you realize I saw Led Zeppelin open for the Who at that venue?
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
And I was like, what? And, and then I was like fact checking. I was talking to people around me, and they were like, yeah, I mean, it's true. They played here. And they said Janis Joplin played here 2 nights in a row when she was starting out. And I was like, oh, my God. So to walk out on the stage and to be a part of that, the venue is beautiful. They've done a lot of renovation on it.
Mm-hmm.
So the facility was new. But the stage itself was big. It sounded amazing. I didn't want to leave. We kind of had a shorter set because we were newcomers to the event. But when I got out there, I was just in love with it.
It
sounded awesome.
Did you see the lawn area that was up in the air?
Oh, yeah, man. Are you kidding? Well, I was up. We kind of wandered out that way after our set. We had to go backstage for a minute, but then we kind of wandered out by the merch tents, and we're looking around. It was such a beautiful place, man.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah. You guys killed it. I mean, you were on first what was it, Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a crazy trip. We came in Friday night. We did a surprise show at the Sheridan. We walked in it was a surprise for all the people that were at M3. Had a DJ and they had a ballroom. And earlier in the day, my flight got canceled out of Nashville, like wherever it originated. I don't know where it was starting out, but I got a text at like 11 o'clock in the morning. My flight was at like 5:30 or 6, and it was a direct flight, up to Baltimore. They wrote me and said, your flight's canceled. And I just had a panic attack. I was like, oh my God, man, I got to get to Baltimore. And so I got in touch with Southwest. They were nice enough, to be accommodating. And they just said, they said, you got 2 choices, man. You can fly to Chicago or you can go to Tampa. I got my ticket switched over and got to Tampa. And then I rolled into the hotel about 11:30 that night.
That's great.
I was supposed to be there a lot earlier, like a few hours earlier, and but we walked in. We were getting our hotel keys. We were standing at the front desk. The other band guys had waited on me. They had flown in from Memphis, and they waited on me. We all rode in together, and we were sitting there grabbing our keys, and my phone started vibrating in my pocket, and I answered it, picked it up, and they go, "Hey, we're in the ballroom. Y'all ready to play?"
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, I said, man, let me just throw my bag in my room. I'm ready. I mean, we had been so excited all day, and we were worried, how we were going to kick this thing off and if we had delayed it or whatever. But it ended up being pretty perfect timing.
What's funny? I was in the lobby, and I yelled to you as you were getting on the elevator. I yelled, "Hey, Professor," and you turned around and waved.
Oh, yeah. I remember this.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you were just getting there.
Yeah, we were just walking in. I mean, like 2 minutes before I saw you, we were at the counter and trying to just get everybody sorted out. And I mean, that was a trip, man. We were having the M3 thing, and then they had a prom going. When we pulled up, there was like a tour bus out front and a school bus. And I was like, oh, my God, this is going to be like total chaos in here. But it was so fun. And the ballroom event was amazing at the hotel. I think that was a great idea. And we got to see Tori, from Enuff Snuff. I got to visit with him. And the Black and Blue guys jumped up. I know y'all saw that.
Yep.
But, man, it was just, we loved it. It was so fun. We spent majority of the day at the venue. On Saturday, we ended up spending the night Saturday. And so we got to do some interviews, and we got to see the crowd and visit with a lot of our friends.
Now, last time we talked to you, the album hadn't officially come out yet, but now it's out. It's in full force. What's the reaction from the crowd?
Man, pretty positive overall. I don't think I've had many people that have had complaints about it. We've been thrilled with the response. Frontiers was happy with the response that they got as far as all of our pre-sales and then the first couple of weeks that it came out. But, man, we were kind of nervous. We didn't know what people were going to think. We recorded the record. We did it really fast. We were kind of on, limited resources in the sense of I was coming in from Nashville to record in Memphis, so I was making trips down there. And then just beyond time, just the financing of the project and everything, we said, man, we really want to be prepared. We're going to do a bunch of pre-production before we go in. Mm-hmm. But it was really raw. I mean, it's really, the band cut the tracks live, and they were all in the room together, and I was in the ISO booth, and they said, if you get it and you like the performance, great. If you don't, we can come back and cut, you can give it new tries or whatever whenever you want to. Mm-hmm. And so we were all in there together just looking at each other and cutting up, and, we went in and we knew that the goals that we wanted to hit as far as the songs we need to get down and everything each day. So it just was a fun process, man. It was just the being at Sam Phillips, man, the historical aspects of that, everybody that had recorded there. One of the highlights for me was Robert Plant had recorded there. So I was like, oh my God, this is awesome, man. And, everybody from Bob Dylan to the people from Stax, all these people that the heritage of the place,
That's awesome, and I'm glad. I'm really happy for you guys that everybody's taken to the music, the new stuff that you've come back around, and basically you're full circle at this point. You started out in Memphis, you came back to Memphis, and then that's just awesome. I'm glad that you guys are still doing things and doing them well. How's that sound?
It really has been a circle too. I don't know if you guys have checked out the Son of a Prodigal Son video yet.
Oh yeah. You mentioned it to me, and I posted it, and we got comments on that thing on our page.
It's the venue where we shot Walking Shoes. It's the same place on Bill Street, Handy Hall.
Really?
We're in there. Yeah, we did a full circle. We went back, and the guy that makes the appearance at the end of the video kind of looks like the Godfather. He's got a suit on, got some shades on. His name's Mike Glenn, and he used to run the New Daisy on Bill Street. It's where we started out. It's like a little 900-seat theater. And so we just cut our teeth, and we reached out to him. We said, Mike, man, would you come and make a guest appearance in the video somewhere? And it was funny. He's actually affiliated with Handy Hall now. So he was like, hey, yeah, you're going to shoot in Handy Hall? That's me. Give me a date, and I'll show up. Be there.
That's great.
And so it was so fun for us to be with him and just talk, trade stories that day. We shot the video in a day. We shot it on Bill Street at Handy Hall where we did Walking Shoes, and then we did the other half of it over at the studio where we recorded at Sam Phillips. And it was just an awesome way to do that full circle thing that you're talking about. It was just, I don't know, man. This whole experience has been crazy. I mean, if you would have told me that I would be together with the guys and we'd have a project out and be touring right now, I mean, we were doing some one-offs and stuff, but we didn't have any material out. We were kind of pumping our old previously unreleased stuff and just kind of going out and having a good time. But, we just owe a debt of gratitude to the Frontiers guys to giving us a platform and a way to reach the audience and talk to them. Mm-hmm. And, we're pumped. We're writing a new record now. We're writing new material. We're working on stuff. And hopefully we'll probably drop out maybe one more off this record. And we're going to be adding dates and stuff. Right now we go to Denver. We're headed home to do an acoustic show, which we've never done that as Tora. We've always been full on, distorted and everything. We're going to do an acoustic show. Then we head to Missouri. Then we're up in Massachusetts and Maine. We're looking at Texas, and then I think we're headed to Chicago. So we got a few dates lining up.
You keep on pronouncing Florida wrong. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, yeah, we got to come, man. Dude, we had some of the best times of our life. Melbourne, Tampa Bay.
Tampa, there you go.
Orlando.
Yep.
Man, I mean, we did so many trips through there, man. I mean, we had some of the craziest times of our life down there. It was so fun.
Are you guys just doing like the Weekend Warrior type of thing for the shows, or are you just like booking throughout the week and everything?
Well, we've been picking bigger places like the Rocklandas and stuff like that to get out. We've been doing like some fly dates.
Gotcha.
And now we're starting to add, a couple of nights. We're just kind of testing the water, and this is just being transparent and honest on the interview part, the phone or whatever. But we're kind of going to the markets, kind of just testing ourselves. We know the promoters are looking at us going, hey, man, it's been a minute since you've been here.
Right, yeah.
They're taking a risk to get us to come to play the venues and stuff. And we said, you know what? When we got the word that Patrick got a clean bill of health, the first thing he said is he walked out and said, man, I want to go see the fans. I want to go play.
That's awesome.
And he goes, I don't care if it's 5 people or 5,000 or 50,000. Let's just go jam. And it kind of gave all of us a new kind of perspective on life. We were like, man, you know what? Our children are big. We've been busy raising family. They don't think we're cool anymore. They don't want to hang out with us. They got their own agenda.
Boy, I know
They're
that
doing
one.
their own stuff. And so we just said, man, let's do this. Let's go out. If we can go, a couple of nights out and get to spend time with each other. I mean, we still enjoy being around each other. We're still cracking up, dumb jokes that we've been telling for 30 years and talking to each other. And it's a genuine feeling of enjoying being around each other that we're out. And so we don't take it for granted that we get to go and do this, for a minute. So that part of it keeps us excited. And these dates coming in, people are asking us, they'll send us Facebook messages and stuff. And we're like, man, let's talk to the promoter. We don't care about just going in and proving ourselves. If they want us just to come first and play something, whatever they can come up with or something easy, let's just go in. And once they see the show, we'll just let the music do the talking, like Aerosmith said. We'll just go in and they can see what we look like and how we're acting and if we're okay. And so from that, we owe a lot of these guys, Bradley and the Wolfpack Productions and big old Mike down in Texas, and that have invited us down, just to say, hey, I'll take the chance, man. I'll take the risk. Y'all come down and let's just see what happens. And people are showing up. They know the words. They got a shirt on. I'm like,
Absolutely.
Oh my God, they remember, man.
Of course they remember.
Well,
Come on.
A lot of the bands are doing like the 30-year anniversary tour, and it's your year, buddy, for Surprise Attack.
It is. It's been a big one. We saw, I know Stripers out doing theirs, and Kicks did theirs. We got to see them. Oh my God, they were so good.
Yep.
I mean, they're still amazing. We're still just huge fans of theirs, The band sounds amazing. The singers are awesome. It's this music just resonates with us, man. We just love it,
You and me both. That's why, that's why we decided to put this little thing together here. But I'm glad that you guys are still out there kicking ass. I'm glad Patrick's fine and all that stuff. And, I mean, geez, you guys stopped doing anything in 94, right? Something like that, 94, 95?
Yeah.
Did you?
I think 94, we were kind of wrapping everything up.
Right.
And we thought we were just going to take a break for a minute, especially me.
Right.
Well, I was like still in like full tilt, wild party mode. And I thought it would be like a month or something, see you guys in a minute. But man, it took a long time before we got back together. And I don't think it was anything like where we had hard feelings or anything. I think it was just us trying to process. We had just been on this extremely volatile ride of just the highest highs and the lowest lows. And all of a sudden the record label said, hey, your record's going to get shelved. It's not going to come out. This thing you've been working on for the past year, all of a sudden we're just going to wrap it. And, man, that was, kind of knocked the wind out of you for a minute. We were all trying to just figure out what we should do next, And, but, in the hindsight of it, the good thing is we didn't have any kind of hard feelings towards each other. We were all still close. We just said, hey, man, let's take a break. Let's get with our families. I kept singing. I went and started, writing and recording and playing. And, I think it was a hard thing, but it was a good thing. And then when we got back together and really started doing it, that was probably around 2008. We had done a one-off or something around 2001, but 2008 we went and did Rocklahoma. We said, let's just go and see what it feels like to be around each other, and the chemistry feels good, and this would be a good outing, take off. And man, was it crazy. It was so awesome, man. The first minute we stepped out with each other, it was just awesome.
And it's probably better that you guys took a little break, because you don't want to end up like one of those bands that have, like you got like one founding member and then the rest are a bunch of nobodies that nobody knows who they are, and it just loses its authenticity at that point. But I'm glad you guys are back. You guys are more kick-ass than ever, and I can't wait to see you down here in Florida.
Man, awesome! Thank you guys so much for talking to me, man. And if you ever get a hankering, just give me a shout, and we'll jump back on the phone. Thank you so much for giving me a platform to talk.
All right, Anthony, take care, man. I really like that guy. He's like the nicest friggin' guy.
He is.
He really is, and I feel so bad that he just goes.
You know what, though, man?
What's that?
It really makes me do this, though.
What are you talking about?
When I'm slow on the draw,
the hell is this?
Something to chaw. I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
A hanker?
10 gallon hat's a feeling 5 gallons flat. I got something planned, which is little cheese sandwiches. Come on.
Hey, look, a wagon wheel. I remember these things.
Don't you hanker for a hunk of cheese?
I don't hanker for anything,
I don't
really.
know why that made me think of that.
Well, hanker. How often do you hear hanker?
I know, and when I hear that word, I automatically think of this retarded cheese guy.
Retarded cheese guy.
Hey.
For those of you that don't know, which, come on, if you're listening to this, you have to know that stuff. It's along the lines of the Schoolhouse Rock type of things, but it's about being healthy and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is that what I remember?
There's something about the food groups.
And there's something about the teeth one, right? Like brushing your teeth, or
I don't know. See, when I hear anything like that, I think of the movie Grease when they were having the sleepover.
Yeah, I never talk about.
Yeah.
What is going outside stuff to do, get munching off your mind. Soon you the munchies. You remember that one?
No, you get that after you smoke weed.
See, I don't smoke weed, so I don't know. Whew. Anyway, so yeah, Anthony Quarter is awesome, is the bottom line for that one, and he wants us to get hankered.
Hankering.
If we get a hankering, we can go hang out.
So, last week we were talking a little bit about this particular subject, and I wanted to touch on it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Talking about Tora and playing M3. They were the only band with the original lineup.
Only band?
I believe they were it.
Really?
Yeah. As far as I know, they were the only ones there with the original members from start to finish.
From day one? Yeah,
Right.
I think you're right. Come to think, yeah. I think you're right.
And then...
What about Vane?
No.
There's not?
No.
I don't. Oh, that's right. The drummer's different, at least.
Right, and one of the guitars.
Is it?
Joel's not an original
He's
guitarist.
not? I don't remember that stuff.
But
that's crazy.
It brings me back to all of the people online that are like the keyboard ninjas that talk all the smack about, oh, it's not the original guy. Oh, it's not Sebastian with Skid Row, so they suck. Oh, it's this, it's that.
Yeah, I've had so many arguments with people about the whole Sebastian versus, Skid sucks is what it is.
And here's the thing: the more you think about it, do these people who want only the original Skid Row, do they hate the rest of the band members? Like, do they feel that they don't qualify to continue making a living? Like,
the quote unquote new guys in the band?
If it's not the original band, should they all just quit and never do music again?
I'm sure it's not like that. I'm sure it's to an extent. It's like, to me, like you got to have the originals.
Well, I get it.
It's not good enough.
Here's the thing, though. What are the parameters?
Okay, define parameters in this aspect.
Does everybody hate Metallica? Because they're on their third
these
bass player.
days, come on, these days.
I'm just saying, you don't hear people go, oh, fuck Metallica, it's not the original guys. Well, do you, I mean, yeah, Cliff Burton is dead. Does he get a pass because he died? Like, are you okay with Warrant because Janie died, even though he was kicked out of the band before he died? Like, are you mad because Dave Mustaine is not in Metallica? Like, where is it okay to replace a member?
I forgot Dave was in there too, right?
And where is it okay not to replace a member? Like, a lot of people didn't have a problem with Sammy Hagar and Van Halen, but a lot of people did. So it's like, that's my question.
It's just where their loyalty lies.
Where is it okay to do it and where is it not okay to do it? Because to me, as long as whoever is performing the song, as long as they do the song justice, I don't really have a problem with it.
That's a cover band at that point.
No.
Like when we talked to Kurt in a little bit, I have so many things to talk about that because I'm not. I don't know.
And it's not only with the hair genre. Like, I'm a huge Blind Melon fan. Everybody knows that. And they have Travis singing for them now.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them with Travis, but I also saw them with Shannon. Now, do I miss the hell out of Shannon? Of course. I think most people do. But do I feel that the other guys in Blind Melon should just pack it in and quit because Shannon OD'd? No, because they're good with Travis. And I would rather be able to hear those songs live and you know, fire up those memories again and enjoy those songs rather than never hear them played live again.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Alice in Chains.
Stone Temple Pilots.
I saw them twice with Chester singing for them.
See,
and he did a great job.
I missed them with Scott just because Scott was apparently incoherent the night that they were in town.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
And then I saw him with I didn't see him with Chester.
Mm.
And then I saw him with the new guy.
Yeah,
the new guy sounds great, but he's a carbon copy of Scott.
Right, but and this guy is very brave. He may be the most brave musician ever.
Because he's going up against Smack, right?
He's lining up to die, basically.
Exactly.
I mean, wow, that's a job where a bunch of people are like, well, I don't know. It'll be cool, but I'm not ready to croak yet.
Jimmy, I don't know if you should have taken that job, dude.
you guys are bad luck.
I don't know. I mean, you're going to have people on both sides of the coin always for that.
And that's the thing, man. It's a topic that I don't think there is a right answer. I don't think there's a wrong answer. But for these people to be as big a dicks as they are about stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Think about this, you know, and I saw a lot of people comment, oh, they suck now, blah, blah, blah. They're not what they were. Well, motherfucker, none of us were who we were 30 years ago.
Oh, I'm better, bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not Britney either. But point being, when you're in a band, okay, I've been in a couple, luckily, none that ever did anything, but still, it's a relationship thing. People get married. People get divorced, okay? What's the difference? But when you're in a band, you're almost married to 3 or 4 other people. So to make 4 relationships work as opposed to just one is 4 times harder, obviously. So if band members have to go and other people have to come in for that band to move forward, because it's a business too.
Yeah. But at that point, don't make it seem as if like, oh, well, this is the band. You should give this guy top-notch respect, you know what I'm saying? Like Kiss, for instance, let's just put there. Okay, Eric's been there a long time. Eric's the drummer, fine. So
Which Eric?
Singer.
Okay. Because they had 2 Erics
that
were drummers.
Tommy? I still have an issue with Tommy. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It's just because I'm like, great. He plays the part. He gets in the costume, and he's still there. I still have an issue with Tommy.
I get it.
I don't know why.
I get it. But you are becoming part of the brand, okay? And the brand is in business what sells.
Yeah.
Okay? Kiss is what sells. It's not any individual person.
Everything from friggin' coffins to Birkenstocks.
Right.
Now. Did you see that?
And
Jesus.
it's not only Kiss. That's any band. Like,
right. No, I understand that.
Like Warrant. We'll take them, for instance. They've sold millions and millions and millions and millions of records.
And then hundreds with Robert Mason.
Probably true. Maybe a few thousand. But it's still the Warrant brand. And they're not going to change their name because they got a different guy singing.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
You know, they've built that brand to where it is, and people who book shows will book them because they're Warrant.
Yeah, because they're going to hear
right.
Down Boys. They're going to hear Cherry Pie. They're
Right.
going to hear Uncle Jim's Cabin. I was going to say.
It's not Uncle Jim.
Hey, Jim, where's your cabin at, man?
But, I mean...
Yeah, no, I understand that, but at the same time, you're going to have... You'll have 2 people. You're going to have the people that... Well, you're going to have a couple people. You're going to have the people that just don't give a shit one way or the other because they want to hear the songs.
Right.
You're going to have the people to be like, well, wow, Janie looks funny. He doesn't look the same.
Oh, yeah. You're always going to have people that have no
just
clue.
have no idea.
Right.
There's still people that don't even realize that Sebastian is out of Skid Row.
Right.
And then you're going to have the people that are there because that's the version of Warrant they know.
Right. Well, and like we talked about quickly last week, sometimes I think the secondary versions, performance-wise, are better than the original versions.
Why? Because they gave him more time to do research on, let's find a certain guy who knows how to do this plus this?
Okay, let me ask you this, because I know this is almost a little personal subject with you.
I no longer do gay porn, sorry.
You liar. If Sebastian got back with Skid Row, did a show tomorrow night,
right,
and then it went okay, but then the next day everybody was like, "Ah, fuck it, let's just get ZP back."
Right.
You saw him both times.
Right.
Who do you think would sound better?
ZP.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just proved my point.
Because Sebastian did not take care of himself
right
at all.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Let's twist it around and say Saigon Kick, because this did happen. Same thing. They got back together. Matt's like, yeah, don't want to do this anymore. Out. So Jason's just doing his own thing now.
Well, for them, that's kind of an interesting dynamic, because Jason almost always sang with Matt. So there was always that harmony. You know, it's like Alice in Chains. That's almost a carbon
Same
copy.
Thing, yeah.
It was Jerry and Lane always sang together. Well, now that...
But Jerry and Lane got along
right.
well.
No, I get that. But even with the new guy in Alice in Chains, I forget his name right now, but the guy that kind of looks like Lenny Kravitz.
Yes.
But with his voice and Jerry together, it sounds kind of like it did before, only I don't think the songs are as good now.
Oh, they're not. They're not.
But that's just my opinion, and somebody can fight over that too. Anyway, I didn't really want to get off on a tangent.
So since when is this a serious show? What the
No, it's not.
What are you doing here?
I keep reading all these things online, and it really kind of pisses me off, because I feel like half of the comments are from people, like you said, don't even freaking know who's in the bands anymore.
True.
You know, how are you going to be a keyboard ninja and spout off about something you don't even freaking know about?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Agreed.
Do some research, listen to it, go to the show, then form your opinion.
Go to the website. I mean,
something.
Pictures
YouTube.
are there.
Everybody can go to YouTube.
Pictures
the shit's
are there,
free.
man. Yeah.
But that just strikes a nerve with me, because, you know, guys they're musicians. Their job is to make music and play shows and do this and do that. And just because one relationship doesn't work out means you have to stop being a musician and go bag groceries at Publix. That's just shit. So
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
You're looking at me like it's my fault.
I am going to jump over this desk.
I will walk around this desk
very slowly.
Play some music so we can fucking
All right. Yeah. Let's get back on track.
Christ,
sorry.
Man, what are you doing
Sometimes
to me here?
I do that, man.
Don't talk serious shit to me on this show.
Right.
What's going on?
You're a big cover guy, right?
Why you got to call me big?
Anyway,
yes.
You're a big cover guy, like Double King.
I like cover songs, yes.
All right, I'm going to play one for you. Our guest coming up is Kurt from the Steve Riley version of L.A. Guns.
From the fake L.A. Guns.
No, not the fake, the alternate.
Oh, alternate. Okay.
I mean, that's another thing I think. Okay, in the Tracy and Phil L.A. Guns,
right,
2 original members, right?
Ooh.
Okay, for
I see
them.
what you're doing. I see what
you're doing. In this version of L.A. Guns, 2 original members. Why is one okay and one's not?
Because everybody goes with a voice, usually.
Nah. I mean, I don't see it that way. I mean, no matter what version it is, if they can perform the song, again, if you remember our friend Stephen Todd Barnett says it's the song, the song, the song. And
God damn you!
He's not wrong.
God damn you for coming up with that.
I bring it around, man. I'm a fucking musical prophet.
Steve is a musical prophet.
He is, and that's why we love him. Anyway, Kurt, who will be on the show with us, who is now singing for Steve Riley and Kelly Nichols' version of L.A. Guns, we've been praising them for their M3 performance. Anyway, his other band is called the Underground Rebels, and they did a great cover of a Soft Cell tune that I am going to jam for you right now.
Soft Cell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, enjoy this, people.
Sometimes I feel I've got to want any more from me to make things right. You need someone to hold you tight, and you think love is to pray. But I'm sorry, I don't pray that way. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This tainted love you've given, I give you all a boy could give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, tainted love. Don't touch me, please, I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you though you hurt me so. Now I'm gonna pack my things and go. Tainted love, tainted love, tainted love, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Yeah, tainted love. Tainted
All right, so we're going to welcome to the show now the singer of LA Guns. Not that singer, but the other singer of the other LA Guns. That is, he'll explain it to you. Kurt, what's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
How in the world did you get mixed up with the LA Gun debacle?
Well, it all started, I'm out in Florida right now, so I got a text message from a friend of mine in Las Vegas. His name is Jason Green. He was part of when I did the Faster Pussycat reunion shows with Brent Muscat and Eric Stacy and Brett Bradshaw. And he was close with Muscat. And Muscat and I had an original band together called the Underground Rebels, and we did a couple records. And so when Steve Riley was looking for a singer, Jason threw my name in the hat, and they kind of scoped me out online, and then ended up getting a call from Steve, and he asked me if I wanted to do it. I guess he was happy with the stuff he saw online, and I guess I got some good feedback doing the Faster Pussycat shows, singing, and so that's how it all came about. And I kind of researched it, and I've been a fan of LA Guns forever, since their first record, so I really listened to the material closely, because singing, it's different from what I'm used to singing, so I really wanted to do it justice, because I'm a big fan too, and I wanted. So after I kind of checked it out and thought it over, I didn't want to say no, because I just love the band and wanted to be part of it.
One of those offers you couldn't really refuse at that moment, I guess.
Really, I would have kicked myself if I said no, and I was like, you know what? Just go for it and do it, and do the best job you can, man. And that's all I'm trying to do.
Now, I will say we had the show. I'm all over the place today. The first show after M3 that we did, Ken went through and he gave everybody a letter grade, and he ended up giving LA Guns an A. Now I'm thinking,
wow, thank you very much.
I was thinking, okay, well, you were there, you were watching it, you were excited. There's no way it could be an A. There's no way at all. Sure.
Are you questioning my grading abilities?
Your grading abilities suck. But so I'm listening to you just go off and off and off about this stuff, and I'm like, there's no way. Okay, I'm going to go watch a video. I'm not going to watch your video, Ken, because I know how you are, so I watch somebody else's, and it's, from the crowd's aspect, not third row. And I got to tell you, man, you did fucking awesome.
Thank you, man.
I mean,
appreciate it.
I was not expecting, I didn't know anything. It was just, this was just like, okay, Riley's putting this together. This other guy's going to be here. There wasn't that much, there wasn't high expectations. I don't even want to say it that way. But once I listened to it, I'm like, holy shit, these guys are, they're real. It's the real deal. All of the things that I saw online about fake LA Guns suck and stuff like that. Nah, those people are wrong. This is an actual really, really good tight band for not being together for how long were you guys in discussion before you actually met up and rehearsed?
Well, they flew me out to LA about 6-7 weeks before M3, and we rehearsed for 3 days.
3 days.
And a lot of the days were spent like talking, like, okay, what's going to be in the set? Okay, who's singing what? Who's, you know, so there was a lot. And then 7 weeks later, we got in a hotel room together and said, okay, here we go. And we, just went for it. And everyone obviously did their homework, and, but the guys are talented musicians, and, we worked hard, man. We did our homework.
Yeah, you did. And you got an A on that homework. Apparently, I'm with him on this one.
Cool.
Listen, man, I call it like I see it. That's all there is to it. I think I've been to enough shows in my lifetime to where I'm pretty good about grading things.
Yeah, you're okay. Okay, so here's a question. Now you're involved with this now. So what do you think about the whole stuff that Phil Lewis is saying about, if you're fans of that version, then we don't need you and stuff like that. I mean, do you feel that way, seeing as how you are a fan of the original version, just like we are?
I look at it from a fan standpoint, and that's what I am first and foremost. I'm a fan of LA Guns, and I think Tracy and Phil are great. Phil's singing better than ever, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And if they came to town to do a show, I'd be like, yeah, I want to see them. I want to hear the songs. That's, I love the songs, and I think I don't think you have to choose between one or the other, in my opinion. But
yeah, I agree. I don't think there's really any reason to put a ultimatum on anything.
No, I agree with that as well to an extent. It's just like if you're going to go see, there was how many versions of Rat floating around? How many versions of Great White?
Right.
Do you want to hear the same songs by two different bands? But then again, it's a different band. It's a different thing. I mean, they're going to have the different styles.
Not to jump in, but look at the Monsters of Rock cruise just this past year. You had the Bullet Boys run there, and Lies, Deceit, and Treachery. Same scenario to an extent. You had the original three guys from Bullet Boys and LDT. They were playing Bullet Boy songs. I think it's about how strong the songs are. I think if a song is strong, I don't want to say anybody can do it, but you know what I mean? Talented musicians can get together and do justice to the song.
Right. And you guys did. I mean, I will definitely say that. I mean, I'm not knocking you by any shape, form, or anything like that. So if it's coming off that way, please don't think it is, because like I said, I mean, I watched the videos and I'm like, holy shit, this was good.
Yeah.
Well, and it comes to Steve, he's a big part of the band. He was a big part of the band.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Kelly. And they're like, they got offered a gig and they wanted to do the gig. And that's where after that, they called me,
Right.
That's kind of how it went down.
Okay. Was this a one-off, or do you plan on doing something else with them?
If the phone rings and Steve asks me, he says, "Hey man, you want to come do this show at this place?" I know the material, so let's do it.
Yeah. Have you? And I've read a lot of feedback from the show, and some of it I completely agree, but some of it kind of pissed me off because it's a lot of people who just talk smack that weren't there to see it and blah blah blah. Have you read any of that stuff?
I kind of try to stay off the internet and social media when it comes to that, because I went through that also doing the Faster Pussycat thing, where the same kind of thing happened, where Muscat was putting the guys back together and he reached out to everybody, and Tammy didn't want to do it because he was doing his version with his band. And so people always want to hear the original singer. That's the voice of a band. So I understand where people, from their standpoint, like seeing Rush without Geddy Lee or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so I understand the standpoint, but as far as the comments on the internet and stuff, I don't really pay attention to them.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
We came out and we want to do a good job, and we're we're proud of the show we put on, and it's only going to get better if we get more shows.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hope you do. I really do.
I've read that Kelly would like to keep it going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And
we're all just happy doing it, man. We just have a good time playing the songs. I think the songs need to be heard too, and that's why my input with the band is let's do some stuff that you guys don't usually do. I'm a fan. I want to hear this song. You know what I mean? And I think kind of that's from a fan standpoint. People want to hear stuff that hasn't been played every show from LA Guns.
Right,
so,
the deep cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that are still great songs.
Absolutely.
Those first 3 records are back-to-back great albums that you can sit and listen to front to back.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
So, to change gears a little bit, so you're in Orlando, which is only an hour and a half away from us because we're in Tampa.
All right.
Yeah.
When do we have going for beers?
Absolutely. I was going to bring that up.
Don't make me get in the car right now. I'll come out there.
Meet halfway.
No. What are some of the other things that you're doing when you're in Orlando and not doing LA Guns?
I moved to Orlando about 3 years ago. I was in Las Vegas for 17 years, and I've been here about 3 years. I still write music. I had a band called the Underground Rebels in Las Vegas, and out here I'm playing with the guys from Blue Man Group, and we have British rock cover band. Since I just love British rock, so we do everything from The Sweet to Bowie, T-Rex, Zeppelin, all that good stuff. And we play everywhere from corporate gigs to House of Blues to clubs. But I'm a full-time musician, so from doing that to playing solo gigs to I got a 90s rock band. So, I work full-time. That's all I do. And then we do a lot of fly-out shows, corporate shows and stuff. So
cool.
I don't know how to do anything else. I couldn't survive.
Well, that's good. I mean, you've got a good foot going on here with the LA Gun stuff. So you're one of the guys that play in the Blue Man Group band that's in the back there?
No, the guys I play with, the 3 other guys in my in my cover bands play. Yeah, they're the guys in the loft that play the drums and the guitar, and they're not the blue guys.
Those guys are awesome, though. They really are.
Yeah. All the Blue Man Groups I've played in the guys in Vegas too were in Blue Man that I've played with in Vegas, and all the musicians are, Blas Elias he's a Blue Man musician, and the guy from My Mother Earth is Blue Man. Like, they get some serious musicians.
Wait,
not Les Claypool. The drummer from was in Blue Man too. So yeah, they get top-notch musicians in Blue Man Group.
So who from My Mother Earth, was it Christian?
It was the bass player. Oh no, it was the drummer.
Okay, yeah, that's
Canadian.
Christian Tana. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew that. I feel like it was Bruce Gordon, the bass player.
It was Bruce.
Okay.
Bruce. Yeah,
okay.
Bruce
I had to dig deep for that memory.
You mentioned the name.
Yeah.
Bruce. That was Canadian. Yeah.
You look like a dog over there that somebody's whistling and your
knew,
head's turning like, huh?
I love I Mother Earth, and I was thinking, man, I knew this. It was on Jeopardy or something. I had to pull that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Mother Earth is a great band. I'm glad to see them back together.
I grew up in Canada, so I went to a few of their shows when I was
young.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I saw them
officially jealous now.
Yeah, I saw them in ¡93 at Foundations Forum out in Burbank.
Yeah.
Yep. What a great band they are.
It's many times they've come to town. I've never seen them.
They're so good.
But
they're so good. That would be one of my flyaway weekend trips to go see somebody play. I would love to see I Mother Earth currently, yeah. So good stuff.
Yeah, they didn't break as big as they in the States as they did in Canada.
No, they should have though.
Yeah, lots of
absolutely.
great Canadian bands that didn't break
Yeah.
in the States that were big in Canada when I was growing up.
Our Lady Peace is another big one for me.
Yeah, they were good too.
Yep.
Right. So Underground Rebels, talk to me about them. What happened with that? Was it the grunge thing that stopped it, or was that the same area or the same time span, or what?
We started in Canada called The Loving Dead. We did that. We did a show. We opened for the Scorpions, and Motley Crue was kind of our peak we got, and they asked us to come back do another show with them. And then we were like, we got to get out of Canada. to get a decent deal, and this was like '99 maybe, and a management company moved us to Las Vegas, and they were like a .com company, and moved us to Las Vegas, put us up in a furnished apartment, paid our rent, and then they were trying to get us signed, and then the whole .com thing crashed, and that company went away. And then I was like, I'm not going back to Canada. So found a way to get a visa, played music professionally there for years, and then kept writing and playing, changed the name to the Underground Rebels from the Loving Dead, and just the UFC ended up picking up our material at their live shows and on TV. That show Tap Out, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that show?
Yeah,
Tap Out?
absolutely.
That theme song is one of our songs.
Oh, no kidding.
And we just, we tried, man. We tried to get a deal, and just never happened. But I still write music and record it, and we're just, I'm just getting my act together out here in Florida, and hopefully we'll get out and start playing some shows.
Cool.
So, okay, did you grow up in Canada, or were you born in Canada?
Yeah, I was born in Canada.
Okay,
and then,
I just heard the accent just a little bit right there. That's why I was wondering that.
Oh yeah, Canada. You can't say Canada.
Well, no, I heard you say trying to work it out, and I was like, oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I've been here since '99, but I got my citizenship and everything last year. So.
Congratulations for that.
Man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm proud to be here, man. And couldn't do what I do in Canada like the way I am down here. I'm lucky.
So Orlando's treating you okay then?
Yeah, it's been good, man. I turned down work being a musician, so it's good. I got more work than I can handle.
You can't beat that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is the social still over there?
I can't get a day job, man. I can't get up that early.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I do that now, and he does that too. It's horrible.
Not fun.
And I get up 4 hours after he does, so I'm just like, screw this.
Yeah.
But
I'm up at 5:30 in the morning.
5:30. Oh.
Yeah.
You have fun with that, pal.
Yeah. It sucks.
But yeah, the social is still over there, right? Downtown.
Yeah, I think the social's still there.
Yeah.
I don't get to go see shows. I'm always gigging on weekends, so.
Well, I didn't know if maybe you had played there.
Nope, I haven't played there.
That's a pretty popular venue for.
I saw the Saigon Kick reunion there.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yep.
Took my kid.
Yep.
Anyway. Alrighty, so all right. I hate to dwell on the LA Gun stuff left and right. I really do, but it's when you have the two bands that are in the news basically now, for the obvious reasons. Let's just say Phil Tracy and Steve and Kelly, they all be like, listen to me. They start talking. They're back together. They're like, they smooth things over, and they get back together and they do the original lineup. Are you cool with that because you're a fan, or are you just like, what the fuck? What about me?
Absolutely, it's their. They wrote the songs. They made the songs what they are, not me.
Well, no, that's true, but I mean,
if they decide to mend all their, their problems they had with each other and want to play again together, I think it'd be, people would love it.
All right, yeah, you're going up notches in my book left and right here, just because I mean that's to me that's the right answer.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
because of the history that they've had and all that stuff, and I don't know. I mean, I could just see some people.
You never know, man. Look at the Eagles. Hell freezes over, right?
Yeah, that's true. I could just see some people being like, no, I'm the singer of this band now. No, forget that.
No.
But all right, cool.
I don't know who would think like that. That's it's their tunes. I'm singing their tunes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I liked it. I thought it was a great show.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I love playing the songs. They're great songs. That's what I grew up on, like straight ahead rock and roll. They knew how to do it.
So within 3 days, you rehearsed, and you did a big venue. Probably your biggest. Oh no, you said you opened up for the other bands there. This was. I mean, was this like your biggest show?
My biggest show?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't my biggest show, but it was the pressure was definitely on, because it was like at that at that venue, it's a rotating stage, so you're back on the other side of the stage while the previous band's on.
Right.
And you don't get a sound check. You just get to plug into an amp, make sure it works, and then they turn the stage around, they announce you, and you're on. So it's like, I hope I can hear Scotty's guitar. I hope I can hear, and you just kind of, all right, let's go. So that that stuff like that adds to the pressure. But
yeah, it does.
Guys are pros. Guys are pros. You know the songs, you just bash through them.
That's great in theory, but one little thing could screw up the entire work.
Well, Danger had a couple of sound issues.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I heard about that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Just it sounded like a couple of the speakers on stage left were kind of crackly and fading in and out. But it didn't phase them. I don't think any of the onstage monitors were doing it, so I don't even know if they realized it or not. But I mean, they got it fixed and they crushed their set. It was good. Speaking of that, did you catch anybody else's set?
I watched Warrant for a while after I stood up in the VIP and had a beer up there. They sounded great.
Yeah. That band, they've been playing for so long. They're so tight. They could probably do it in their sleep.
Yeah, absolutely. They're spot on. Yeah.
You missed them, didn't you?
No, I saw.
You saw a little bit of them?
I saw most of their set, and then I had to go upstairs and get a drink and do my business.
Do your business.
But they were good.
So now, how did you and Kurt hook up here? I mean, where did you two meet?
At the hotel after their set.
Oh, after.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of just walked
the debauchery
up,
at the hotel.
Like,
Gotcha.
I was like, hey man, great set.
It's cool how they do that. How they have the hotel, and the band staying there, and then all the fans staying there, and everyone gets to hang out. And
yep, and then they have people playing in the ballroom.
Yep.
So
and everyone gets to nerd out and talk about rock, and
yeah,
it's really cool.
It is, because I mean, you can go up and almost everybody there was so cool, taking pictures and just talking, and it was a good time.
Yeah, it's a great community of people, like from musicians to the fans to everything.
You go back 20, 30 years, that'd never happen though.
Well,
it's just so weird how
it's different now.
Yeah, it's totally different now with the whole internet technology stuff, and everybody knows everything, and everybody knows everything about everyone. It's if you're not cool, everybody's going to know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also a lot easier to reach out to people and get in touch and be able to send messages and go, hey.
Right. I mean, if it wasn't for being able to do stuff like that, you wouldn't be talking to us, I wouldn't think.
Probably not. It would be a lot more difficult.
We wouldn't have the show. We wouldn't have nothing like that. But now you get to talk to schmucks like us. Aren't you happy you're in rock music now?
Absolutely. Yeah, you'd have to have a dial tone and be like, okay, be at your phone at this specific time.
Yeah, right.
And
I'll pick it up 3 seconds after that. Go.
God. Yeah.
All righty. Well,
we're definitely going to have to come up to Orlando one weekend.
Yeah, when you're doing one of your shows over there.
There's a lot of breweries up. There's a lot of breweries around here. I'm into the breweries, so we'll have to meet for a flight somewhere to a brewery.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that. Ken's not the biggest drinker, but
I was at the
knock
M3.
a few back.
The M3, I had some adult beverages.
All right then. But yeah, I mean, since you're only right around the corner, there wouldn't be no reason not to. If anything, just to hang out with new people, I don't know, with somebody that with the idea of, hey, this is what I'm going to do, this is my new thing, and we're going to go up on stage, and you killed it, and you have a naysayer, me, going like, they couldn't have been that good.
Nope.
And then watching the videos prove me wrong. So yeah, you did well, my friend.
I appreciate it, you guys. I do.
Kudos to you.
So, maybe there'll be more to come. We'll see.
Yeah,
let's hope so.
I hope so. I hope so. Maybe you can talk the guys into doing some Florida dates.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, would get to sleep in your own bed that night.
That's what I like, yeah.
All right, Kurt, I appreciate you so much for coming on the show, and we're definitely going to keep tracking you and see what's going on next.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
All right, cheers.
Cheers indeed.
Mm-hmm.
He was a very nice guy.
I told you.
Yeah, and I hope we do get to go hang out. It's so great that that these people are actually inviting us to come hang out.
Yeah.
And in not so many.
Well, if you keep trying
words,
to offend everybody, they're going to stop.
I wasn't trying to defend him.
I mean, when you start off a sentence with, I don't mean this the wrong way or to be a dick,
Well,
usually you're going to say something to piss somebody off.
Well, when I open up my mouth, I'm usually going to say something that's going to piss somebody off because, that's me. Give a fuck. Anyway, so that was a very informative entertainment show today.
Yeah.
And it was free. You didn't even have to pay for this.
But you could.
But you probably shouldn't.
No. We're gonna I don't want to talk about that
what?
yet.
No.
It's so hard.
I
man.
know.
It's so hard. No, I don't mean that. I mean not talking about certain things.
No, you phrasing, but yeah, you're right. You already gave him the Easter egg today anyway.
I did. We got to hurry up and end this.
I know. What do you mean?
I have to poop.
Great. Fine. Play something. Oh, my God. You're such an ass. Play a song. Let's get out of here. We'll see you next week. No idea who's going to be on the show, but tune in and you'll find out as long as we do.
Well, since we already hankered for a hunk of cheese, we're gonna end this show this week with some magic numbers. We'll see you guys next week.
It's the magic number. Yeah, it is. It's the magic number. Somewhere in that ancient mystic trinity, you'll get 3. It's the magic number. In the past, in the present, the future, faith and hope and charity. In the heart, in the brain, in the body, you'll give you 3. It's a magic number. It takes 3 legs to make a tripod or to make a table stand, and it takes 3 wheels to make a vehicle called the tricycle. And every triangle has 3 corners, every triangle has 3 sides. No more, no less. You won't have to guess. Now there's 3. Can you see that it's a magic number? A man and a woman had a little baby. Yeah, they did. And there were 3 in the family. Oh, that's a magic number. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
Now multiply backwards from 3 times 10.
3 times 10 is 30, and 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 1 is 3, of course.
Now dig the pattern once more.
3, 6, 9. 12, 15, 18. Oh, yeah. Oh, 3 times 10 is 30. And 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6, and 3 times 1.
What is it?
3! A man and a woman had a little baby. There were 3 in the family, and that's the magic number.